Will we start the session now? Hi, everyone. First of all, good evening. I'm Suresh, and this is the first online meeting from eArchitect Studio celebrating its 10th anniversary. We are excited to bring you a journey of a very good friend of mine that I got to know 14 years back when I was in India. Her name is Vasudha. She is a Pune-based creative who works across many disciplines and media as an architect, art director, and interior stylist. Vasudha is graduated from Ayojan School of Architecture, Jaipur. It was an honor for her to get her initial learning under the guidance from Pritzker Dr. B.V. Doshi in Ahmedabad. With her design sensibilities and eye to detail, she derived the projects to a very aesthetical visual treat. Vasudha has extensively worked and explored the different aspects of this field, and over the years, she has gained a lot of experience. In 2015, she and her husband, architect Pushkar, opened Earthwork Studio in Pune, which is a multifaceted creative firm that expertise in interior styling, interiors, architectural consultancy, and art direction for films, TV commercials, print shoots, and photo shoots. Having said that, I kindly invite my dearest friend, Vasudha. Please take us along your journey from an architect to an art director. And she's very delighted to share her experience, which I believe that all of us can enjoy this evening. Thanks. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Suresh, for introduction. And thank you for inviting me to share my journey on this occasion. When our dear friend Suresh has completed a decade in setting up his architecture practice. This seminar is a super personal one, as it took a lot of me to go revisit the journey I took and I followed to reach this point. This has been a roller coaster ride, but not an easy one. This is not going to be a presentation as generally one may expect. I'm going to talk about my important destinations for my career and try to explain the peripherals along. My unfiltered journey, A to AD. Architect to art director. Starting point embarks an important point of the journey, and it all started from there. So I will start from where it all started. I was born and brought up in Jaipur, the capital of Rajasthan. Rajasthan is an Indian state known for its royal palaces, built heritages, culture richness, and deserts, where people love to celebrate life royally, whether it is about architecture, festivals, food, or even living. I grew up looking at it all. I come from a family of professionals, but none from the art background, except my mom, who was very much interested in paintings and decorating home. I've always seen my mom keeping the house neat with color coordinated cushions, tapestry, curtains, and I think I have picked up the eye for detail from there. A day came in my life to choose the career path where, like most of my peers in those days, was clueless whether to become an engineer or a doctor. And by chance, I ended up applying for architecture and getting through it. Thus, my journey becoming an architect started at Ayojan School of Architecture, Jaipur. Architecture curriculum, which sounded alien in the first year, taught me about materials, construction spaces, technology in subsequent years. In my 4th year of architecture, I got a chance to work with architect Apurva Amin Associates in Ahmedabad. That gave me the exposure to understand how buildings are detailed out, executed on site. For the first time, I stayed away from my family and in a completely different culture, language, food, and lifestyle. It was a wonderful time to look at everything with a changed perspective. Ahmedabad influenced me so much so that after finishing my architecture, I applied in Sangaat, a studio led by Pritzker laureate Padma Shri Dr. B.V. Doshi. In a way, it was the start of a new chapter. It was honor to learn from Doshi sir, not only about architecture, but also life lessons which he used to teach us through the various stories indirectly. We used to listen to him like full day and can sit for hours and hours and things still go on and on and on, and we just loved it. There I met this mad and crazy bunch of people, including Suresh, and we had a fabulous time learning more about architecture and design. We used to get these free entry invites, which used to come to the office, and we used to wait for the office to get over to go and watch these lovely plays, beautiful performances, exhibitions, talks, lectures of the designers and architects. It was a great experience and exposure to various art forms. Our best pastime was at SEPT campus, an architecture and art college campus full of energy, youth, creative minds. SEPT was famous for the temporary art installations, which I always got drawn to. And how can I miss Navratri, a 9 dance festival, which transformed the entire city into bright, colorful, vibrant, energetic place. The point is, I really started looking at these temporary transformations in a space which did the magic. So here in this slide, you can see Navratri being celebrated in SEPT campus, and they used to have these vibrant setups which the students used to make using the materials, different kind of materials. They used to play with light and shadow a lot. Though everything was going smooth in my office, I was still feeling something amiss. One day, a very small project came my way. It was Murari Bapu Ramkatha, a venue design project for religious program. Dr. Doshi's daughter, Radhika Katapalya, asked me to help her in the project. She has done a lot of beautiful weddings and event designs. In this project, I ventured out in the market, choose fabric, lights, printing, flowers, and so on. It gave me a great kick. And I realized this was the most enjoyed project I worked on there. And especially also how much I hated being in front of computer all the time. I guess that time things were getting luckier for me. That all of a sudden, one of the colleague who also worked with me on the same project mentioned about her father who works in the films. Later, he was the one who gave me the first opportunity to work as a graphic designer in the film project. My childhood memories, if I say, were very, very limited in respect to the films. My father is a movie buff, and as a young man, he used to watch all the films first show on the first day of its release. And my elder uncle owned a movie theater in partnership. So now you must have understood what movie connection I was having before I actually got my first commission in the movie. American teleseries Cheetah Girls, One World, was my first project. Never imagined such an entry to this fraternity, that too with a Hollywood project. I was on cloud number 9. With while I'm going through all these photographs, with every image I'm going to show, there are very, very interesting stories or incidents behind. I will try to share a few with you all here. I worked closely with the production designer of the film, Amy Danger, and learn about filmmaking of the sets basically. If you can see in this slide, there's an interesting poster there. So there's a small incident which happened. I'll tell you that. So I remember we had to put up a setup for a song sequence where we need to have these film posters in the background. In reality, to put the actual film posters, we need to get permission from the producers or film distributors, and we might need to pay also them. And as you know, all the producers are always in crunch of money. So finally, we ended up doing ourselves. So we all made these interesting posters with the cast and crew of the film doing their photo shoot in the office. This poster is one of those where I was casted. It was fun working on this project. Attending meeting with producers, directors, it was a whole new experience. I got to know about how shoot happens, how many people get involved behind the screen, putting their heart, soul, and life to create this magic we call films. I enjoyed every bit of it. While working on Cheetah Girls, I got an offer in Mumbai to work on another project, which I initially denied, thinking I want to stay near to the hometown. Not knowing soon I will pack my bags to be in Mumbai, city of dreams. And of course, Bollywood, the biggest film industry in the world. There I started off with my next film called Happy, and gradually projects started flowing in, one after the other. And I started learning the craft of the film. It was exhilarating. In films, every day is a new day with new challenges, new design, new ideas, and the time to decide, design, and construct is very limited, very short. I worked on various films on different designations to understand the nuances in the art department. The films I have worked on are Cheetah Girls, Happy, Zokomon, Band Baja Barat, Aisha, Bodyguard, I Love New Year, The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, The Second Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, Sense8, Knock Knock Knock, to name a few. While shooting these films were very, very lengthier in terms of time, there were smaller projects like advertisers, TV commercial, or you say TVC, on which I parallelly worked. Every film offers starts from a story. A writer writes a story, a screenplay writer converts it into a dialogue. A director is like an conductor of an orchestra who gives his vision to the story. A cinematographer is one who captures the story. A production designer creates the suitable backdrop for it, while editor and music directors add their special touch. There are many more departments which work in the film to make a film. I am sure none of you must have waited to read all the names and departments after watching the film, while the credits scroll up the screen. As I see a lot of participants in today's presentation are architects, it will make more sense for me to explain about art department in films. Every picture tells a story. This image which you are seeing is a TVC I did last year called Good Day Biscuits with Deepika Padukone. It's a progress picture of a set constructed in a ruined old mill in Mumbai. We converted it, painted it to to make a market out of it. So it is a market street we designed, if you can see in this slide. To make a film, art department plays a very, very major role. A set is made according to the script and camera angles with keeping the director's vision. The art department itself has a significant crew strength, often the largest. And there are many departments within the art departments. The creative head is the production designer, who further has two departmental heads, which are set decorator and supervising art director, which have a further team of set dressers, prop buyers, runners, prop masters, assistant art director, construction manager, construction team, and so on. There are visual and concept artists, graphic designers, aging experts, sculptors, location scouters, vehicle coordinators, and you name it and you have that kind of a designation there. Production design is the highest designation in art department. He is the one who decides upon the visual identity of the film in association with the director. This whole shapes the mood and design of a film. This slide shows a TVC which I did almost like 3 to 4 years back. This is for Lotus Cream, and the space we built was a greenhouse. The cast was Shilpa Shetty here, and we designed the whole look keeping in mind even the costume what she is wearing. A production designer translates the script into visual metaphors. He creates a color palette, establishing architecture and period details, selecting locations, designing and decorating the sets, sourcing the props, coordinating costume design for pictorial schemes, collaborating with director and DOP for overall look of the film that needs to be conceived. Then comes the art director. Art director is one who builds the set. Art direction is how to make the story believable. It adds another layer to the depth of the story. It takes viewers' attention through the backdrop, patterns, textures, and thus create the mood. It involves concept, strategy, and flavor. Here you can see, I try to show the process of set construction, how we make it. This is a one small shoot we did for Samsung phones, and we made this living room there. So in the first image, you can see we wanted to make a textured wall, a brick textured wall. And since the construction technique is very different, it is a temporary construction. So we at times use paper, fabric to make a wall. Here we use brick textured wall through a thermocol sheet. So if in the last image to the fourth image, you see how it actually changed it and we got the whole wall texture over there. The timing of the whole execution is insane. There is no day or no night. From reading the script to go through the jungle of references, finalizing the look and feel, making the design and executing the construction and set decoration. Set decor, or you say set decorator work, starts simultaneously from sourcing the correct prop needed for the decor, and also the action prop which the cast is going to use for the certain shot. Running between the sets and prop shops, getting up the props made, everything has to be done in minimum time. Set decor of a certain space creates the character and the personality in the film. So in this image, it's for a film I worked on in 2009 called Zokomon. This is a protagonist of the film. His name is Deshraj, played by an Indian actor called Anupam Kher. So we knew, since after reading the script, we knew what is his characters, what is our personality. But the question was how to get with the set, how to enhance that personality through the set. And that's how we came up to what kind of a texture we need to use. What is the script telling, that is he coming from a village and he comes to the main city. So that kind of a feel is there. You know, the kind of props, the wall plates, the curtains, everything has been thought over in detail and placed. Even the color coordinations are done accordingly. And if you see, there is a this in this shot, he's holding a knife in his hand. Even that is sourced by a set decor and a prop master. What kind of a knife it should be, what are the details. If we are showing he's a rich personality, there has to be a golden detail on a knife. So all these details come into set dressing. So who do we create the sets for? Characters in the film, characters in the story, who we want the audience to resonate with, as purely the audience believe the film with the authenticity of the people in the film. It has to be convincing. That's why character building through an art is very, very important. We need to speak through objects, texture, form, colors, and tones, creating mood. This is a short film called Knock Knock Knock, which was shot last year in Darjeeling, a hill station in India, where it is a psychological thriller where Dada is obsessed with doing crosswords and develops an unlikely friendship with a Nepali boy. For this, to design the character, I actually have to go into his skin and learn what he is obsessed with. In here, to get the right art, I myself learned how to make crosswords from actual crossword makers who make crosswords for Times of India, a leading newspaper in India. Here we made the crossword on a piece of fabric, which was placed on the wall. So with every project, we learn some new skills, which helps to create interiors accordingly. Props as storytelling. The detailing becomes the design of the project, be it furniture to a photo frame to even a small mug. Each contributes in its own way to compose a well-designed frame. These all photos shows different stories of how we do propping, get props made according to the script, look and feel. In the third image, in the first row, you can see a dog sitting on a couch. Interestingly, for this shot, we have to make two similar couches for the shoot, as the dog has to tear the couch on which he's sitting. So with every project, we have to understand the script, and similarly, the small details like even props, we have to work on it. For this shot, we almost made 2 or 3 similar pieces of the couch because we never knew if the take went well or not. So in case the take didn't went well, we have to get the new cover because one is already being torn by the dog. So for the shot to come proper, we need to make these multiples of props. In production design world, nearly every space is staged to fit to the script. It is relies the vision of the director and translates each word into visual storyline. According to the story, there are certain existing locations which you finalize after location scouting, further left for set dressing, set decorating, and repainting, etc. And there are certain locations which we need to create. So adapting a location basically means a shell or skeleton base to build on the conceptualized look. It is done all to organize time. And then of course there are places like landscape and cityscapes and streetscapes where we just do some surface changes. This is an example of TVC for Portia. Here we got an existing location in Bandra, and we designed the whole space interior wise according to the location. So the furniture which we brought in for the shoot were also according to the plan of the location which was already available, from the width of the wall which is available, where are the windows, what is the difference. So what is the sizes of the windows, what is the place we are getting, what kind of a feel we need to give in. So everything come together in that way. So while in certain situation you need to create the whole setup, which could be modern or period, it is also said as manufactured set. Simple example is this one, which is a Wipro set. We couldn't find any existing location. So we created the set ourselves from the construction in a studio, from the construction to the end. So we constructed, the first image shows the construction of the set and then how the set looked after the set dressing and propping is all done. With all these, I believe that every job has brought a massive addition to my know-how, and I've learned a lot of detailing of being an art director with the basics of architecture. Architecture and art direction is very different in terms of construction techniques, timeline, and method of working. As the time flew, in 2012, I got married to Pushkar, an architect, and we settled in Pune, a city 250 kilometers from Mumbai. As I shifted my base looking for the experience I have got, we set it up our firm in 2015 named Earthworks. Under Earthworks, we undertake projects like art direction of films, ads, pin shoots, and photo shoots. We also extend our work into the niche field of interior styling. The interior styling deals with styling a space with specific theme or style. It's like adding a cherry on the cake. Interior styling is done to add the aesthetic value of a space. Plans and prepare the building interiors, emphasis on furniture, finishing, and aesthetics, prop sourcing, customized art, wall decor, fabric detailing, handling makeovers, works for print shoots, photo shoots, editorial magazines, and product shoots. Our recent work includes various resorts of Club Mahindra, a popular brand in India. These projects are situated in different geographical locations in India and obviously having its own socio-cultural uniqueness. We have tried to respond to it and have got a very good response from the end users. This slide shows a resort reception we did for Club Mahindra Kahana, Madhya Pradesh, Central India. Here we did the interior based on a traveler's theme using customized vintage leather suitcases. We made these suitcases, we sourced the leather, sourced the details which are going to go on the suitcase, and we designed the whole space accordingly. This one is a waiting lobby for Club Mahindra Naldhera, Shimla, where we use mirrors on the wall. It is a lobby space which overlooks to this beautiful valley and mountains over there. And in order to capture, we simply used mirrors in a different way to capture the landscape in outside to inside, the greens and the mountains. The third one, this is a Pine Dine restaurant, again in a Club Mahindra Naldhera. It's an Asian cuisine restaurant. We designed a whole art and got it hand painted on the wall. So if you see with overall every project, we learn about different interior styles, modern, contemporary, minimalistic, wabi-sabi, types of furniture, architectural details, build material, fabric, color, palettes, art forms. What is interesting about these projects is that we collaborate with different artists and craftsmen in order to achieve our design. Since most of our resort projects are in different location and region, we try to work and spend time to learn about this local art and give employment to them for a particular project. Like these two artisans are working currently for a current project that is in Kerala. This is the first image is basically a artisan working on the typical Arnamula mirrors, which are made in Kochi and which is made near to Kochi. And this person, we are using these mirrors in the interiors of a washroom. While the other one which you are seeing is basically these wooden sculptures and they are making these wooden statues which we are using at the entrance of a resort's reception. So with every space, we try to create and use the art form which is locally available, so that we actually give employment to these people and also use these local flavors in our interiors. Creating something unique actually gives an immense satisfaction as a designer. We also do styling for private residences and restaurants also. This is a farmhouse which we styled for this builder. He's in Pune, and he wanted to give this farmhouse to NRIs on rent. So he asked us if we can just, create a nice palette. Plus, we do the style in such a way that people love that Indianness through it, and that's how we style the whole space into. Simultaneously, um, simultaneously we style different spaces like living room and bedrooms, creating different vignettes. These are two setups which we've done for living room. Like one, you see a very modern contemporary setup. The other, which is having an art deco kind of a furniture, and it's a console set up beautifully. These are vignettes near to a bedroom side table or something. It's the same painting which I have used for my house. These, along with these, we also work for interior stores, furniture brands, to style their decor products and do print shoots and photo shoots, which are further get published into interior and lifestyle magazines. This slide is for Ozel Homes. These are clients. They have this interior decor products, and they wanted to showcase or market their products, and that's how we styled for them. The another brand is like Egbote Furnitures. Egbote Furnitures were coming up with their low cost, affordable furniture line, and for them we actually started from the concept to the final look and feel of the shoe. So here, as you can see, the first image, they have these two wooden benches, and the shelf which you can see at the end. So this is all are their products. All we did was we styled the whole space. We created the concept of which space we can use these and style them. So to end with, I think so thanks to this pandemic, everyone is learning new skills. Recently, I tried my hand on food styling, collaborating with a photographer and a chef. Here we styled a cake for a fifth course confectionery, a brand in Pune. To sum up, I think this journey has been interesting so far. Certainly not very easy. I hope everyone enjoyed hearing it as much as I enjoyed telling. Thank you for being patient. Thank you, Suresh, once again for giving me this opportunity. I will hand over to you, and if you have some more time left, we can answer the questions if there are any. Suresh, you can take it ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Vasudha. It's indeed an interesting presentation, and I see your passion toward the industry and the eye to detail, and now it seems that you are learning new skills in making delicious food, as well as I think you're a mom, so you have to have a lot to do with the family as well. And thank you very much for being in a Saturday evening with us. And now I think if there are any questions from our audience, they can type it down on the chat box, so we can just ask it from Vasudha. And between some of the questions that I've already received, I would love to go ahead. Is that okay, Vasudha? Can I ask a couple of questions?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
As I remember, in 2006, you were at Architect Doshi's office, and then all of a sudden, after some years, I got to know that you are involved in art direction. What made that career change?
To be frank, actually, I guess it was at Doshi's office which helped me to change my career. Over there, when I worked with his daughter, and she is such a fabulous designer. She used to do these events, and I got so much attracted to that way she used to do it. And we used to work with different fabrics, different material, and the timeline was very short. So it gave me a great kick because the things were not monotonous for me. I was trying to play with different things around people, talking to people, meeting people, and everything was happening like that. Gradually I thought that made me choose my career from architecture towards art direction. and making sets basically.
All right. And I don't think that art direction is an easier job than architecture. I think both are very intense courses. And when you put your head into that, I don't think that until something is properly done, you may not be able to take your head out of it. So tell me, how easy for an architect to become an art director, or do you need to learn different set of skills, or how does it work? How did it work with you?
See, in a way, if I say that architecture and art direction is different, but still I'm ready to say, and I can say that after being into the film industry, that set design on, I should say it depends and borrows a bit from architecture, interiors together actually. And architecture do set a base, but I think so art direction is different from architecture because we need to involve a deep understanding about movie making, about understanding camera angles, which make a difference while we shoot it. So I mean, we have to work with not only ourselves, but we have to work with different people like screenwriters, costume designers, makeup artists. We have to work with the DOPs to achieve a wholesome product. So I feel that is one thing that I should say, that architecture sets a base definitely, but to learn ahead art direction, you really have to understand a lot of other factors which are involved to make a film.
Which is specific to cinematography and
Absolutely,
TV commercials,
absolutely.
so whatever that is advertising industry. Fine.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Moving ahead, I would love if you could share an incident of yours which is really unexpected and which is really exciting for you during your career, which was like something which really turned you like saying, okay, maybe I could have done something like this. So everybody strive, something go on missing, and everybody strive to make it into the track back again. And how did it work in that?
So as I remember, I was working on my first project. So being a fresh architect and working and understanding how we do the wall decor, or how we construct a wall, how we do the flooring and everything. So when I went on this film and we have to make this set, so there was a huge dance sequence which was happening, and in the city palace in Udaipur. And over there was a huge platform on which these dancers was about to dance. So the question was, we need to do the flooring of it. So very happily, I just said, yeah, yeah. So we can do a wooden flooring over there. So they're like, no, no, but we want some designs there. But how can you get a design? So I said, okay, you can get it painted from a painter. They were like, no, that is also not possible, because once you start dancing with the scratches and everything, the paint goes bad and you can't use it. And there I learned that you make this huge vinyl stickers and print them and put it on as a flooring, like how now we have started using into digital text and whatever. But on shoes, it was very very convenient for people to use that. At times money was not important to get the right character and right interiors. So that was quite interesting for me, that they are using vinyl stickers in flooring and printing these huge, like 40 feet by 40 feet, more than that big spaces for vinyl stickering in the floor. Similarly, on one of our projects, we had no time left, we had no money left, and we had to construct a very interesting wallpaper on the wall for to show English interiors, I mean, interiors of a room. And we were just tossing with the idea of what to do when we just found this fabric, a floral fabric in a shop. And we just bought that huge fabric in a wholesale rate, and we just directly pasted them on the wall without anything else. That fabric became the wallpaper in itself, and we use it on the wall as a backdrop. So with every project, there are a lot of interesting things that keep happening. For example, for this project Knock 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 last year we did, I actually didn't met the director also for the first time. I met him directly on the shoot day. So to understand his uh, his vision and to get the right thing on the screen, because a lot of things get associated with it. So get the right thing on the screen was very tricky, and I was tossing with the idea of how should I get it, how should I do the crossword, what material we should use. And finally, I ended up taking this big cotton cloth and asked my assistant to get a grid made for the crossword. And then finally, we painted ourselves and made the whole crossword. So these are the small details which make it so interesting. And we learn small, designing techniques through it. So it's quite, you know, very interesting actually in a way, I should say.
All right. Thank you very much for that. And this is one of the things that I would really like to ask, because you're a mother and you have a very good wife. And how do you manage the time in sets as well as doing all these things, which takes a lot of time of yours?
So I think so. I have been blessed with that. So before I got married, I have this amazing parents who always let me go. So do whatever time it is. So I had not to worry anytime before that. And now I have another set of good in-laws. So they always take care of my daughter. So I am happily go and shoot. And definitely I also thank to Meera, my daughter, because she has adjusted with my timings. And when I am on set, I can't spend a single minute to even talk to anybody about anything, because we are just running from here and there between the sets and prop shops and decor and construction. But I make sure that once I'm done with my shoot and I'm back, because I'm very happy and satisfied with my work, I come back, I fully try to give my full attention to Meera and at home. So somehow this is working well till now, and I'm sure it's going to work well ahead also. So it is manageable. I mean, I do manage, and they know that this thing is really takes a lot of time and energy of yourself.
All right. And this is the last question from me. I would like to ask how many architects in India who are involved in this art direction and in the film industry? There are a lot, or there are a couple of guys who are really interested in this, will go into that field?
Initially, there were not many architects who were getting involved. But I think so now, because a lot of people are aware of what films are, how filmmaking is done, what are the different departments. Lot of students from architecture wants to go into this field, and they really show interest into set design and construction and everything. And I think so, being an architect, that is a very blessing in us, that as an architect it makes it more easier for us to understand the art direction. Reasoning ki we still work with space, proportion, scale, aesthetic view, color palettes, forms, textures. So all these are already inbuilt in us as an architect. I always feel that work after completing architecture, one student should work as an architect before actually entering into this field of art direction. Because once you work on field, on site of an architect, you actually understand all these details much more properly as compared to the theoretical knowledge we get in the colleges. So I feel they should actually work for at least 6 months, get that basic knowledge to go on site, do the major drawings, do all these. Because in art direction, it's the same way. In the starting, you have to do all these things. In fact, in the starting, you don't even get to do this thing. You have to assist people around, and you have to just run with them. Maybe they make you run for printing and all this thing to understand the printing details and how you want to see that also as a perception. So I always feel and like to tell the students that you should first work as an architect for some time to understand the details and understand the construction technique, because that will make your life easier to work into film industry, because you would already be knowing the main basics and fundamentals of construction. So I think architects are no doubt an easy way to get into architecture art direction, though, because in films people from all spheres are coming into, be it a commerce students or a science students or anywhere for that matter, people are coming and getting work in film industry.
All right. Thank you so much, Vasudha, and I think it's been a very interesting session. And thank you very much for joining on this Saturday, where you have to spend your time with your lovely daughter and the family. And we consider this as a great honor to host you today, and hope to see you in another event in the future. And I wish you a great future ahead and all the success with your practice.
Thank you so much.
And thank you all the
Bye.
participants for being here with us today.
Thank you,
And-
everyone.
Yes. And have a great weekend and stay safe. And we want to see all of you in the next episode as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.